Please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
Welcome back. Well, back home on Dalal Street yesterday, after 7 days of a continuous decline, the markets witnessed a sharp recovery in the post-lunch session, which was in the second half of the trading session. The Nifty managed to hold on to 9750, while the Sensex closed with 120 points in terms of a gain. This is also as the market breadth really turned in favor of the advances beyond the benchmarks. The broader markets outperformed. So the Bank Nifty was really the star sector of yesterday's trade. The index saw a sharp rally after 3 p.m. to end with gains for yesterday's trading session. Well, Mangalam, new series, what can we expect?
New series, absolutely. Ekta, you spoke about yesterday's trading session. Really, the post 3 p.m. move was purely expiry dance taking place. If you take a look at the Nifty, broke a 7-day losing spree, gained 80 points from the low point of the day. The Sensex 200 points. Nifty mid-caps, you spoke about the market breadth, also gained 200 points. But Bank Nifty really was the star, 400 points off the low point of the day. And that is only on account of closing basis. And in fact, it closed 450 points off the low point of the day. And this dance took place with high volumes. If you take a look at the volumes, there was the highest turnover recorded on the Indian exchanges. The F&O turnover itself crossed the 15 lakh crore mark, the first time that one has seen. And later in the day, we got the provisional data come by. The FIIs, they sold about 5,328 crore rupees, while the domestic institutional investors bought about 5,200 crore rupees. That was exaggerated also purely on account of expiry. That was yesterday. However, in September, the Nifty has lost almost 150 points. In September itself, the Nifty corrected 410 points from the record high hit 2 weeks ago. And it's posted the weakest series that we've seen since November 2016, which was the demonetization series. The fund flows yesterday, yes, the volumes were good. The FIIs continue their relentless selling. They've sold 22,400 crores in cash market in September so far. And remember, this compares to 20,000 that they've sold in demonetization. So yesterday's 5,000 sell figure has actually surpassed the FII net sell figure above the demonetization month as well. And I was looking through the data. This monthly net sell figure is the highest since January 2008. So that is something we need to keep an eye out on. With that backdrop, we say hello to the October series. The last 3 Octobers, we've seen gains of 3.5% in October 2015 and 14. Let's see what October 2017 has for us. The rollovers have been higher. 70% is what we've seen, as against 66% over the last 3 months. And the FIIs, they start on a bit of a cautious note, 56% long exposure as against 80 plus that we've seen over the last 3 months. So it is the lowest in terms of long exposure since December 2016. Key triggers for the October series, of course, the RBI policy meet on October 4th. The Q2 FY18 results will start. Economy, GST related macro data is something we'll keep an eye out on. October also has Diwali, so festive season, demand and recovery, especially in the consumption stocks. The currency movement, that has been a bit wobbly over the last 2 weeks, so keep an eye out on that. And geopolitical developments. The big questions for today, of course, was yesterday's move purely on account of expiry, or is there more to it? And is there going to be a feeble session ahead of the long weekend? Keep an eye out on a couple of levels, the 50, 100-day moving average for both Nifty and the Nifty Bank.
Okay, and stocks?
Stocks, we start with a couple of stocks which are going to be included in the Nifty today. We have Bajaj Finance, HPCL and UPL, both of them, all 3 of them will be included on the Nifty. With HPCL's inclusion, we'll have all the 3 oil marketing companies in the frontline index. Tata Power, ACC, Bank of Baroda and Tata Motors DVR are going to be excluded. So the Nifty becomes a 50 stock index after Tata Motor DVR's exclusion. GAIL will be in focus. The Petroleum and Natural Gas Board has proposed a unified tariff for all pipelines of GAIL. Titan will be another stock which will be in focus. They released a second quarter update yesterday. They said the market share did increase, but activations to their diamond-studded jewelry was a little weak. HCC will be in focus. Lenders have invoked the strategic debt restructuring on their subsidiary Lavasa. EQUITAS, yesterday BNP Paribas Arbitrage Fund sold 32 lakh shares in the company. KDDL, one of their subsidiaries, Ethos, has raised 7 crores via allotment, preferential allotment to the promoters. Watch out for Lovable as well. The board will consider buyback of equity shares on October 6th. And TRF, a small company, they are selling 51% stake in one of their material subsidiaries.
Okay, all right, Mangalam. Thanks very much for that. Time for a break now, but coming up ahead, Finance Minister defends the Modi government's economic performance, says India continues to be the fastest growing major economy because the government has broken the jinx of policy paralysis and taken forward tough structural reforms like the GST. Details once we're back.
Renault, passion for life.
सुंदर सुंदर बेदाग सा ये आटा, शायद तुमने अपने हाथों से इसका श्रृंगार किया है।
चावल, दाल, आटा, ड्राई फ्रूट्स और मसालों का पूरा परिवार। गोल्डन हार्वेस्ट, भरपेट प्यार।
अरे यार, लॉयड टीवी तो बड़ी धमाकेदार चीज है।
धमाकेदार चीज तो ये है भाई साहब, ये देखिए कश्मीर की कली।
कली वाली कुछ नहीं, वो मैंने ना फैमिली प्रेशर में खिंचवा ली थी फोटो।
क्यों बोल रहे हो? अच्छा जरा पूजा के कान तो खींचिए।
कान खींचिए?
ये उंगलियां यहाँ से खींची और ये क्लोजअप आ गया वहाँ पर।
पर इसके तो एक कान में झुमका ही नहीं है।
और ये देखो क्या लड्डू है यार।
फिर से लड्डू?
ये बिना शुगर वाला लड्डू है।
और ये शुगर वाला है।
लड्डू।
त्योहारों का मजा दुगना हो जाता है जब खुशियों का फैमिली शो ऑन हो जाता है। तो लॉयड लाइए, खुशियां ऑन कीजिए।
I embrace my imperfections to weave my own path. So I choose the finest linen fabrics that match my personality. Linen Club, made for the different.
Gulf Oil, high-performance car engine oil designed to perform under pressure. Pressure moves you.
अपने घर को नेरोलैक से सजाइए और मनाइए हर दिन दिवाली ढेरों इनामों के साथ, जैसे कार, स्मार्टफोन और बहुत कुछ।
नेरोलैक।
Welcome back. You're watching Power Breakfast on CNBC TV18. Now, Finance Minister Arun Jaitley, he has tore into senior BJP leader and former Minister Yashwant Sinha, who had written a scathing critique on the government's handling of the economy. Speaking at the book launch in Delhi, Finance Minister called Yashwant Sinha an 80-year-old job applicant, I quote that, and mounted a point-by-point rebuttal to Sinha's editorial. Let's listen in to the top 5 highlights of the Finance Minister's speech.
When we started this whole process in the first 1 or 2 years, the favorite comment was, amongst those who were unable to reconcile, these are incremental changes. There is no big bang. Post-demonetization, post-GST, in fact, the biggest criticism that I faced on GST is, why did you do it so quickly? You should have delayed it a little more. So in contradistinction to a policy paralysis regime where decisions were not possible, passage of law was not possible, enforcing action itself was not possible. The entire tenor of the debate and the comment itself altered itself. So the whole object was, you end that anonymity, identify it with the owner, expand the tax base, certainly of the personal income tax base, for digitization, expand the footprints. The transactions doubled in a matter of days, slipped a little and are now moving up. And then for the future, make sure that the process it has started where the high denominational currency already stands compressed. This process of compression goes on. I have the numbers on my side, but I have never put anything to vote in the 21 meetings which last 8 to 10 hours each. We work out consensus. The legislations are by consensus. The rates are by consensus. All steps are by consensus. There is a grievance redressal, very powerful mechanism. We meet regularly. And then those who had pushed this country into a policy paralysis, when they saw it coming, said, please postpone it. I do not have the luxury as yet of being a former finance minister. Nor do I have the luxury of being a former finance minister who's turned a columnist. And therefore, I can conveniently forget a policy paralysis. I can conveniently forget the 15% NPAs of 1998-2002. I can conveniently forget the 4 billion reserve left in 1991. And I can switch over and change a narrative. Acting in tandem itself won't change the facts. Probably a more appropriate title for your book would have been India at 70, Modi at 3.5, and a job applicant at 80.
Okay, that's the Finance Minister Arun Jaitley. CNBC TV18 Shireen Ban also spoke with the former Finance Minister and the man who stirred the hornet's nest, Yashwant Sinha. He said that he was forced to speak up because he has become a persona non grata for the current government. Here's an excerpt.
If you go through the article which I had written, I have clearly stated the macro picture of the economy, the decline which has been taking place quarter after quarter in the GDP. I have discussed the so-called structural reforms to which Jayant Sinha is referring, namely demonetization and the introduction of GST, dealt with their consequences and said how, because of inaction on many fronts, and because of disruptions caused by these two so-called structural reforms, the sector after sector of the economy today is in distress. If the word has gone round that I am persona non grata, then people will be, rather reluctant to see me. So I knew that even if I asked for time to discuss economic issues, I will not get it. Those doors were shut in front of me, and therefore I had no alternative but to take recourse to the media and express my views.
All right, with that we'll slip into a short break, but come back and we'll focus on the announcement yesterday. Government keeps the borrowing target unchanged for the second half of FY18, but does indicate they may raise more funds from the market if required. More on that when we return. Stay with us.